In 2015, North Shields, a small well-run club based in the northeast, won the FA Vase at Wembley for what must have been one of the greatest days in their history.
The Vase final in 2015 was a fantastic achievement because we didn't really have a team full of stars. They were just a good team who bonded together very well.
But we never really envisaged that we would get to the final or get anywhere near the final.
It was well known that Glossop were going to win because they had a really good side, and they did. But they didn't have what we did. They didn't have Graham Fenton as the manager.
But a look back through their history books shows the class of 2015 were walking in the esteemed shoes of the 1969 team, a season that would go down as one of the greatest achievements in non-league football.
None of us really thought we are good enough to go all the way to Wembley type of thing. Well, football's always been a big, strong thing in the northeast.
Led by manager Frank Brennan and captained by local lad Ronnie Tatum, North Shields would write their names into folklore, winning the Northern League, the Challenge Cup and the FA Amateur Cup in the same season.
69 was the pinnacle really of success for the club as it then was.
I was captain of North Shields for a number of years and we're lucky enough to win quite a lot of things in my time, but Wembley obviously was the big thing.
This is Terry Rees from North Shields. I'm in London. I'd never been to London before in my life. It was just a massive experience.
Well, once you get there, obviously the adrenaline starts taking over, doesn't it? You know, you start thinking of all the different things that could happen.
Well, my memories of 69 were actually a bit clouded because I got married in 1969 and unfortunately the wedding was that week of the cup final. And once we started the Amateur Cup run, you didn't expect for North Shields to be at Wembley. So it wasn't until the week prior I got married that I mentioned to my wife-to-be, would it be possible to jet in from Jersey on our honeymoon to watch the final, which at the time didn't go down very well. We did manage it.
Sutton United had a host of England internationals playing for them, and they were so confident that they would win. They hired the local jeweller's shop in Sutton High Street with a space in it for them to put the cup when they got back. And of course they went back empty-handed.
But we went one down very early on, and that was the thing. Probably about 7 or 8 minutes, we went one down.
I mean, Sutton were very highly fancied. They were a good outfit, and to be fair, they bossed the first half entirely. But because of the training regime that Frank Brennan, our manager, had, the team were always much stronger in the second half.
He played football in simple terms. He didn't complicate the game, and that was the difference. You were so fit. He kept you right at the top level of fitness. We knew we were just coming back and we're getting stronger and stronger because all the work we had put in early in the season with him was starting to show through. Now subs, you're only allowed one in them days. They had just started. And I always remember one of their players saying to me in his own Cockney way, "Oh, you don't do this at Wembley, mate." I said, all right, now to do with me, the boss fetches him on and that's it. But anyway, the sub comes on, he gets a corner, goes straight to the back of the net off the corner.
Funnily, the game just seemed to pass you by. You can't remember much about the actual game apart from when Brian Jones got the winning goal and obviously the place erupted.
And it was just absolutely brilliant when the final whistle goes, you know. You're so overtaken with everything that's on the go, you know. It's hard to describe to people your feelings of what it's all about at the time, you know. You want to go and grab everybody, you want to hug everybody, you want to see everybody that you know.
Although I didn't see it myself, the turnout of the people of North Shields when the actual team came back from London was absolutely fantastic. I mean, the streets were actually crowded.
You come back, you get to Central Station in Newcastle, and the place is just massed. We didn't even expect anything like that, to be truthful about it. And then you're standing looking out the roof, on the tables, on the roof, showing the cup to everybody.
I just can't stress the importance and how important it was for everybody around this area, even non-football fans, the housewives, people who didn't go to the games, everybody just came. It was just 48 hours non-stop, and it was 48 hours that we'll never forget for the rest of our lives. It was terrific, it really was.
After their amateur FA Cup victory, the team still had a grueling 13 games in 26 days in a tight title race with local rivals Whitley Bay.
These days, or in the olden days, the cup final was always the last game of the season, but certainly not for us. It was only about 2/3 of the way through our season.
And it was the last game of the season. We dropped a point, and Whitley Bay were right on our tails, but them only drew that day as well. So we're on our way back from Whitby when we stopped at Gisborough to buy the papers and likes of that. That's when we found out we'd won the league as well that season. So you can imagine what it was like on that bus.
All conquering at home, North Shields would also compete in COPA90 Barassi, the European Cup on an amateur level.
And then we're told at that time we'd be going to Italy to play in the amateur Barassi Cup, which everybody didn't believe. You know, they thought it was just a wind-up, but it did happen. And that's where we went. And we played there, we won as well.
We won 2-0 here, they won 2-0 over there.
And the actual cup was won on a toss of a coin.
I've answered questions from people, oh well, he didn't really win, it won on a toss of a coin. And my explanation is yes, but Ronnie Tatum's got a gold medal.
I mean, the players, the adrenaline must have just been flowing non-stop after the Wembley Cup final, and fortunately they kept it going and made it an absolutely unique season for North Shields Football Club.
The thing that's come out of it for me, you know, and this is 50 years down the line, is that we're all still together because we just relied on each other, and we're all just good friends and mates and everything, you know, and we've been mates all these years.
The town has always been synonymous really with its football team. Hopefully things are still the same. We are still one of the best supported sides in the Northern League currently, and have been for many, many years.
Everybody points out to you or somebody knows you, and it's brilliant because it was their big day as it was our big day, you know.
I don't think that sort of interest will be repeated ever again, but it's obviously a legacy which will remain.
But we still talk about it, it's still fresh in the memory of our memories and the family's memories and the kids and the grandkids.
So it just shows what can be done by a small club as long as you've got the determination to carry on and go at it.
Not bad for a team a few steps from the Baltic Sea and only 8 miles from Newcastle United's St James's Park. Their legacy still lives on 50 years later.